There are some people who believe that, faith should be silent and terrorism should be understood. No. Faith should speak its voice and terrorism should be confronted, not understood, confronted and defeated. And that is what we're engaged in right now. So I want you to know that I spoke with President Trump yesterday. I said this publicly too. I see the battle against us and the battle against our Judeo-Christian tradition. They go to Europe, they go to the United States, they go to Africa, Nigeria. And we are conscious of the fact that Christians are being persecuted across the Middle East, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Nigeria, in Turkey, and beyond. Beleaguered communities who deserve our help. Just as you are helping us, we want to help back. And we're capable of doing that. In Africa with intel, in the Middle East with a lot of means that I won't itemize each one. But this is what our agenda is. It's the main part of our agenda, and it's going to continue with greater force and greater might in this coming year. Our interest is to have, and we openly say it, we want to make sure that the border area right next to our border is safe. We don't have terrorists, we don't have attacks, and we also want to secure our Druze friends. And by the way, I think not only the Druze, but other minorities, especially the Christians, should be protected as well in Syria and throughout the Middle East and in Nigeria. In your efforts, we back completely, because Christian communities are beleaguered around the world and especially in the Middle East, but in parts of Africa too. And we stand for the same thing. You are representatives of the Christian Zionists who made Jewish Zionism possible. It's hard for me to conceive the emergence of the Jewish state, the re-emergence of the Jewish state, without the support of Christian Zionists in the United States, also in Britain, but the main thrust was in the United States in the 19th century. So Christian Zionism facilitated the rise and success of Jewish Zionism. And it's been an enormous partnership since then. I've known some of you. Mike, how long have we known? Since we were teenagers, something like that? A long time.
46 years.
46 years, since we were a little more than teenagers. But I can say that we have no better friends, and I mean that sincerely. You have stood by us through thick and thin, and now we're challenged by new challenges, but equally with new opportunities. We've fought, as you know, a seven-front war, and we've come out in many ways victorious. But there's an eighth front, and that's the front for the hearts and minds of people, especially young people in the West, and for me, especially in the United States, and for me, especially on the conservative wing of the United States. And I think it's not just Israel's battle. I think it's our common Judeo-Christian civilizational battle, and I think we have to engage in that battle as forcefully, with as much resolution as we engage the other seven fronts. I think it affects not only Israel, it affects America, it affects our alliance, it affects the future of Western civilization. And I don't think I'm exaggerating one bit. I have here my colleagues, Israel's ambassador to the United States, to the United Nations, our consul general in New York, our consul general in Miami, and every one of my delegation. We feel that this is a theater that has to be engaged with great force. Who's to engage in us? In this? It's us. It's you and us. And we have to, we have to be, I think we have to stand up and be counted. They have to hear our voice. There are some people who believe that, that faith should be silent and terrorism should be understood. No. Faith should speak its voice, and terrorism should be confronted, not understood, confronted and defeated. And that is what we're engaged in right now. So I want you to know that I spoke with President Trump yesterday. I said this publicly too. I see the battle against us and the battle against our Judeo-Christian tradition basically being waged around the globe. and it's waged primarily by two forces: radical Shiite Islam and radical Sunni Islam. That means the axis that is led by Iran, much battered, admittedly, but still there, and the axis, the Sunni axis, led by the Muslim Brotherhood, which permeates everything. They go to Europe, they go to the United States, they go to Africa, Nigeria. And we are conscious of the fact that Christians are being persecuted across the Middle East, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Nigeria, in Turkey, and beyond. And we're also aware of the fact, as you are, that one country protects the Christian community, enables it to grow, defends it, and makes sure that it thrives. And that country is Israel. There is no other. None. We are joining an effort to have basically a United Nations of countries that support Christian communities around the world, beleaguered communities who deserve our help. Just as you are helping us, we want to help back, and we're capable of doing that. In Africa with intel, in the Middle East with a lot of means that I won't itemize each one, but this is what our agenda is. It's a main part of our agenda, and it's going to continue with greater force and greater might in this coming year. I want to use this opportunity to wish you all, well, it's kind of late for a Merry Christmas, but a belated Happy Christmas, and not a belated, and on time, a Happy New Year. May it be a year of prosperity, peace, and security for all of us, but especially for the Christian communities around the world. So thank you, and Happy New Year to all of you, and thank you.
I said it before, I'm saying it again. There will be no hiding place for bandits, Boko Haram, Lokarawa, whatever name they are baptizing them to. Because currently, Benjamin Netanyahu is joining forces with US Donald Trump. Israel is joining forces with America to fight against terrorism, to fight against Islamic extremists, Islamic jihadists that want to exterminate Christians in Nigeria. Recall that Benjamin Netanyahu just made a statement. He made a bold statement. He said that Christians in Nigeria should be protected. Christians in Nigeria should not be killed. Just after 24 hours after 25th morning, Christmas, US troops bombed terrorist hideout in Sokoto. And then he's making another statement. In fact, most of us expected another New Year present for terrorists in the north, just like Donald Trump gave them Christmas presents. So maybe we did not see. You can't predict what American troops can do. They know actually that something like that could happen in the new year. So they will not be able to do that. So they can even come in an unexpected day to strike them again. According to reports, U.S. troops are doing surveillance, the pass of Sambisa, all those terrorist hideouts in the north. So most of them now are on the run. If not, by now you would have heard that terrorists, bandits did so and so on Christmas Eve, bandits did so and so on New Year Day, bandits did this, did that. What a rubbish, giving Nigeria a bad name. They want Nigeria to be in the same book with Afghanistan, with Pakistan, and other terrorist nations, which is bad. Today, Nigeria is on US ban list. So if you are a student, you can't go to America. If you are an immigrant, you want to go to the US and work, even visiting. If your husband is here, your daughter, your son, your relative, you can't go to USA. So you just remain here. And we don't know when this ban will be lifted, just because terrorists are walking free, wielding ammunition. The government is complicit, not doing anything. Those that were caught, instead of them to just send them back to their maker, they will release and they say they have repented. And they didn't tell us the sermon they preached to them that gave them conversion. And when they repent, what are they not doing? So these are the things they are doing. But we have seen quite some changes in the Ministry of Defense. How that this man, General Christopher Musa, is now the Minister of Defense. He is a man who can call the shots, who has the balls to give the orders, telling troops to shoot. Don't wait for any order. If you are met with any confrontation, face them, confront them, challenge them. So we live in a world, in a country where terrorists, Fulani herdsmen, Fulani bandits Fulani, whatever, are, killing people like they are going for hunting. Terrorists are called hunters. So they are actually telling you they are hunting people down, and they are going scot-free. So I am glad that Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel is now joining forces with US. And like when I checked online, I saw a lot of Nigerians celebrate. They said Benjamin Netanyahu is the one that can match these Islamic terrorists. He's the one that can match them. In fact, he's the one that the whole world will be saying, stop, he will not stop. He said it. He said he believes that faith is not the one that you will wait and whatever. You need to match terror with terror. Match violence with violence. That's one thing I love about this Benjamin Netanyahu. Now that he has joined forces with Donald Trump, at least in the next 3 months from now to March, we might be seeing the end of this terror organization. We might be seeing their end. Their end has come. So at least we can have peace in this country. Nigeria is a safe place. Nigeria is a enjoyable place. The giant of Africa. There's nothing you can't get. We have everything in this country. But then some vagabonds want to plunder this country. They want to hold this country to ransom. But God won't let them. Like this man said, Nigeria will never become a terrorist state. No, Nigeria will never become an Afghanistan. We are terrorists are the one in government. Commanding women to go, in fact, commanding women to be going in sack or going fully covered. What sort of rubbish is that? That's what they want to introduce to us. I have said it and I'm saying it again. Sharia law cannot succeed in this country. Whether it's in Kano, that law must be abolished. We are a secular country, a secular state. Nigeria must go with one constitution. Because they are saying Sharia law, Sharia. What is giving these people such effrontery? Effrontery to carry out a blown out genocide. And they are going scot-free. The government is doing nothing to them. So we wait to see what the reward of the wicked will be. We wait to see what will be the fate. Whether the bandits, Boko Haram, ISWAP, Lokarawa, in fact, a lot of names. And I have been saying it. The politicians in the north, they are the ones empowering these guys. I think I trust American surveillance, I trust American intelligence, the way American does their things. What Trump and his men in Congress and the truth might be doing now is to target those sponsoring this Boko Haram and this terrorists in the north. So when we start taking out these sponsors of these terrorists, terrorism will end. It will end with immediate effect. When you even look at these people wielding guns, they just look like desert dogs and all of that. Maybe they have not been able to feed for 2 months, and you see them wielding guns that are bigger than their heads, bigger than all of them, because some greedy politicians, just like now, it's clear that Tinubu is going to win the election because he is just the numbers are there for him, and then what they want to do is to play the same card they played against Jonathan. Chibogias, this one, Madara bomb blast. This one they frustrated the man's government, and he quietly resigned. What happened next? Buhari came on board. When Buhari came, did he change? No, there was more number of Christians that were killed all over Nigeria, majorly in the north. So they want to bring that same script, but Tinubu is a smart politician. He saw ahead of time, and then he let America to come in. Because I know if it was Buhari, he wouldn't have allowed America to intervene. Because all those greedy politicians wouldn't want their terror business, like Bishop Oyedepo would call it human trade. They wouldn't want their human trade business to stop. But then he just allowed America to walk in. America is roaming all over the country now. So wherever the terrorists are gathering now, or they are running away from all their gathering places, their hideouts and all of that. And they are coming out. If you see the news coming out from the Ministry of Defense, Nigerian Army, they have neutralized so many. You will see news, go to major news platforms, the channels, television, the cable, Punch newspaper. You see that Nigerian troops are getting more success, getting upper hand now on these bandits than before, because their base has been dismantled. So they are running out. They are on the loose now. And that's why I see the Nigerian Air Force has struck them. They were not able to do that before. Because some of the people that were in this Ministry of Defense, that were in this army, they are terrorists themselves. But then we thank God for what is happening now. They are no longer succeeding. Luck is running out of them.